Everything today is so perfect, and that's not reality. And so I think the beauty in everything is its individuality and its imperfectness, and that's what gives it its beauty. I am Ken Maxfield, and I'm an artist blacksmith. The history and origins of blacksmithing has been around for thousands of years. It's just been part of our evolution of being man. You know, somebody had a campfire and saw some iron ooze out of the rock, and then it solidified and made something, and then they shaped it into an arrow. It's a very huge part of our history. The first time I saw somebody doing blacksmithing work was probably at a mining camp. So my dad would take us to all these antique places up in the Sierras, and there was probably somebody doing something there. And also my dad had a machine shop, and I remember seeing it happening there when I was really young. I started playing in the fire when I was around 15, 16 years old, and then worked in some fabrication shops for a while, and around 22, 23, I started being on my own. The first thing that I made was it was a ring with a twist in it and tapered down to a little spike, and it's hanging on my wall still. For me, that was a milestone. I was completely blown away. It's like, wow, look at what you could do, and it's still here, hanging on my wall. And then it has evolved into this. So actually, I look at it and I'm pretty proud of that first piece, because that was my very first piece of hot metal. And I didn't really show it off, but I was secretively very proud of it. Some pieces that have stuck out are a small sculpture that I made for my wife and I for a wedding gift. That was a real special thing because it was totally different than anything else I'd ever made. At that time I didn't have any money, so I used a bunch of coat hangers for wire for filler and just built it up out of nothing. A typical day for me is coming in, I'll kind of wander around, look at what I'm up to. If I have to make a fire, I'll clean out the forge, start a fire, and I'll start by just making some random little nothings just to kind of warm myself up. And then it turns into my day making leaves or making whatever it is I'm making out of the fire. And I just get into a roll, and then the day's over. I prefer not to use any molds or presses or prefabricated leaves because that turns it into something that anybody can do. And you can buy your leaves and glue them on with a welder, and there's just no passion or there's no essence to it. So making every individual leaf, each just like in nature, they're all completely different. In general, in my life, I do not use the computer, cell phones, or television because I believe all of this that's happening now is robbing our creativity and our soul and ourselves. I think that we are already gifted with more than everything and anything that we need to do or have, and by using it, we're all just superheroes. I think we all are very talented people, and we just need to tap that. And I think all of this stuff today is not letting us use our actual abilities that we're gifted with. Everybody's a superstar.